Pokemon Snap is a game that I have nothing but fond memories of. Staying up late, playing it on the Nintendo 64 with my brother, constantly scratching my head as a kid trying to figure out all the secrets lying in the game. Pokemon Snap came into my life during the very beginning of my introduction to Pokemon as a whole. At the time, I was seeing reruns of the anime, playing Pokemon Stadium whenever I could, and of course, trading and collecting the cards. Oddly enough, I wouldn't get into the main series games until a bit later. I was discovering so much about Pokemon, and Pokemon Snap was at the forefront of it all. So how was Pokemon Snap all brought together, and how well has it held up? Let's find out. Pokemon Snap originally began development as a game called Jack and the Beanstalk, planned to be released on the 64DD, otherwise known as the disk drive. A team over at HAL was working on the game, and you can see a nod to the development team Jack and Beans during the opening cinematic for Pokemon Snap. Development for Jack and the Beanstalk wasn't going well. The team didn't have a clear motive for the player, and they didn't know what players would enjoy taking pictures of. Around this time, Pokemon was reaching the height of its popularity, so the game was reworked into a Pokemon title cleverly named Pokemon Snap. Support for the 64DD was dropped due to numerous delays and poor sales. Pokemon Snap would be released on a Nintendo 64 cartridge instead. Pokemon Snap would release on July 26, 1999 in North America with favorable reviews and huge sales. Most of these sales were largely due to the ad campaign Nintendo and Blockbuster would use to promote the game. Blockbuster would have Pokemon Snap machines that would allow you to demo the game and print out photos that you've taken in your game. These have become quite the collector's piece, and as for myself, I'd love to own one. Pokemon Snap quickly became a classic, and it's always in the conversation when the Nintendo 64 gets brought up. As the name states, Pokemon Snap will have you taking pictures of various Pokemon found in the Kanto region. 63 Pokemon in total. I know you might think that's not much, and you would be right to think that, but in my opinion, because Pokemon Snap only has 63 different Pokemon, it really lends itself to its replayability, and that's one of the best things about Pokemon Snap. You can beat the game in around 2 to 3 hours on your first playthrough. After that, it should only take you about an hour and a half for additional playthroughs. It might be a quick one, but it's a very memorable experience that I can never get tired of. Think about it like this. Let's say Pokemon Snap included all of generations 1 and 2. Would you really want to take photos of every single Pokemon found in both regions? As much as I love the Pokemon franchise, I would get tired after a while, and I don't think the game would be able to keep my attention for that long. I think Pokemon Snap did a really good job at getting a sweet spot when it comes to Pokemon included and the length of the overall game. It's a very satisfying experience. So in my opinion, less is better here. Pokemon Snap will have you revisiting levels for various reasons, finding new Pokemon or earning more points to acquire new items from Professor Oak to aid you on your travels. It's not much, but these items are very useful. And I love this way of progression because you can take your time, there's no rush whatsoever. I know that when I'm on the first level, I need the Pester Ball to throw in the tall grass to make Scyther emerge. I also know that I'm going to need the Pokeflute to make Snorlax awaken and get a better picture of him. So because of that, I know I'm going to be returning at least twice. So I'm going to take my time and enjoy each piece of scenery. Get a good photo of every single Pokemon I can see until I need to return. On top of that, some levels have hidden passageways, so no matter what, you're going to have to come back. So take your time and enjoy everything each level has to offer. And honestly, you'll thank yourself in the long run because each level feels very distinct from the next. It's almost archaic in its design, especially when you think of its point system. Pokemon Snap does a very good job at rewarding players for returning or multiple playthroughs, and it's so quick and snappy that an additional playthrough or multiple in that case really doesn't feel like too much of a task. Many Pokemon from each level will also interact with you. Depending on what items you have at the time, each interaction can vary and Pokemon will do various things depending on what you have. Once again, this really lends itself to its replayability. If I don't have the Pester Ball immediately or the Pokeflute or the apples for instance, what can I use with these items on the beach level or the volcano that I couldn't do previously? And maybe if you just want to experience what the game has to offer and not return to it, the game also offers a dash mechanic that you earn in the latter half of the game, and this will allow you to quickly advance through each stage. Let's say you just want to clear out the Pokemon report for Professor Oak, or you have to return for a hidden passageway. You can simply use this dash mechanic and fly right through it, so no worries if you really don't want to come back to the game after completion. But regardless, you will be returning to some levels for multiple reasons. So like I said earlier, just take your time and relax and enjoy yourself while you're playing through these levels. There's no rush whatsoever. In terms of a core plot, Pokemon Snap really doesn't offer much, if anything, and I don't see anything wrong with that. I don't need any excuse to take pictures of Pokemon. But in case any of you guys were wondering, Professor Oak has asked you to help fill out his Pokemon report on Pokemon Island. So you'll be playing as Todd, navigating through Pokemon Island in the 0-1. And that's pretty much about it. Professor Oak will grade each picture upon level completion, and this is my only gripe with the game. So you're graded on 4 things. Here they are: size, pose, technique, and same Pokemon. Now size and pose are easy and very simple to follow. Technique and same Pokemon are where things got a little tricky for me, or at least so I thought, because I swore I would deliver the best picture possible in that game and Oak would completely discard it. Maybe it was just me, but I remember having the same issue as a kid, not a huge one to be honest, but just something I thought I'd mention to you guys. The soundtrack does a great job at delivering a very upbeat and relaxed atmosphere while playing the game. Pokemon Snap would go on to sell over 3 million copies worldwide. It's safe to say it was a commercial success, so why did it take so long for a sequel? First things first, I'm very happy about the sequel. It's been a pipe dream of mine for years now. But what took so long? Fans have wanted a new game for a long time now, and I'm almost positive sales would follow. So that begs the question once again, what took Nintendo so long on this one? I mean, I feel like you could have just remastered Pokemon Snap on the Nintendo 64 and nostalgia alone would sell that, so what took so long for this sequel? Better late than never, I suppose. If you still have your Wii U lying around, dust it off because you can purchase this on the eShop for $9.99, and I would highly recommend doing so. There's a lot to enjoy here, and especially for $10 you can't go wrong. Replaying Pokemon Snap for this video was such a pleasant trip down memory lane. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.